time.
And no! I get all of them. I get all of them.
You've been working this moment for a long time, man. It seems like you're relaxed. Give us the feeling. How is it right
man.
now?
I'm enjoying you guys. You know, it was a little transition coming from the smaller promotions up here. I'm enjoying you guys now. You're enjoying me back. We're having fun, and it's only gonna. It only turns over to a good performance. When you're having a good time, you know, it turns over to good performance.
Eddie, you made the comment to lead up to this fight about 150 sparring sessions or something like that. Can you explain?
150 plus.
So what exactly are you defining as a sparring session? And
Live sparring, full out, different partners every time. We don't take minute rest, we take 30-second rest, and that's how we prepare. That's what goes into our training, and that's how we get ready for this dance going on.
What do you feel you had different results than others who have cited overtraining? Is there something specific about your camp and coaches that you feel it's a benefit? The more sparring, the better.
Yeah, hey, anybody knows if you're passionate about something, you love something, the more you do it, the better you get. People who talk about overtraining or overdoing something are people who ain't passionate about what they do. When you go to bed late and you wake up early, that's someone who loves what they do. And you need to be like that about fighting in order to be at the top. If you're talking about overtraining, you need to get out the game.
Hey, when you see stuff on Twitter about your last two performances and how they weren't the most exciting, and people criticize you, and you see that, have they forgotten that you've been a part of some of the most exciting fights maybe in the history of MMA? Are they forgotten already?
I don't know if people have forgotten, but I don't even know if people have ever seen what I've done in the past. And it really, it doesn't matter. What's done is done. Whether I did it last week or whether a year ago, what's done is done. What's important is the time is now, and it's important to keep changing. When people think I'm a brawler, I come in intelligent. People think I'm fighting intelligent and safe, I come in brawling. I keep people thinking, keep people guessing. That's what the game's about.
Frankie Edgar's obviously fighting at 200 around the same time as you. How good was it for you to have that ability to train with him and both of you sort of having a fight around the same time?
Unbelievable. I think we were like kids again, man. It was like I was my first MMA fight, training for my first MMA fight. The competitiveness in the room, me, Edson, Marlon, Frankie, and the whole crew. The competitiveness in the room is high. The stakes are high, and everybody's excited. It was one of the best training camps I've ever been involved in.
You had trained there previously, but was being back in Philadelphia part of the rejuvenating process for you?
Absolutely. Just being around my wife and kids on a daily basis, it gives me a break in my day. When I was out in Florida by myself, it was, I think it was like too much. It was fighting all day long. I had nothing to look forward to. Couldn't lay in the pool, have my kids smack me in the head to wake me up in the morning. There was a lot of normal things that went on that just were taken away from me, and I think it weighed on me a little bit. And now I can act like a normal person. I think you need to be at peace to go to war. And I think in order for peace, you need some war. So they need each other.
You've been considered the best guy in the world in your weight class at certain points in your career, but what would it mean to have the UFC letters behind that thought?
That's everything, man. That's what I, since 8 years old, walking down the street with 4 boxing gloves in my hand, knocking for a friend to maybe someone could fight me. That's what this has grown to. Really young kid, just wanted to fight, wanted to be competitive, and now we're here, 32 years old. I always said this is a marathon, not a sprint, and I'm willing to wait my turn, and now's my turn, and we're going to take that belt home.
What about the mindset of Mark Henry and the coaching that you get is going to allow you to implement a strategy to take home the gold?
Mark's incredible. He don't want no credit. That's a great thing about him. He stays humble. He's just like the fighters he trains. Humble, works hard, keeps his head down, and he's the brains behind the whole operation. When I get this belt on Thursday, most of it will be because of Mark Henry and because of his brains and intelligence behind this vessel going out there and just doing what he says.
Eddie, Will Brooks has mentioned you recently in a few interviews. Is he a guy that's on your list? Is he a guy that you think you'll run into down the road?
No, I don't care about Will Brooks. Next question.
Tell us a little bit about RDA. How do you see him, obviously, as the champion? Do you see him as a guy who's dangerous and dominant in that cage? A lot of people are saying he might be one of the best guys, in the UFC with the skill set that he has and the experience that he has.
I agree. RDA is a dangerous opponent, great competitor. He's done amazing things. You can't deny what he's done. And he's done it against top competition. I look up to him. I think he's a great opponent. But I'm the best lightweight in this division. And I'm here, and this is my time. And regardless of what he's done in the past, he hasn't fought me yet. He has not fought a guy like me, has not fought a style like me. And the guys who have beaten him were versions of me, just not as good.
You said that RDA has a style that could bring out the best in your style. I mean, what is it about him that you think lines up to make this be an exciting fight?
I think it's his aggressiveness. I think when I was beat in the past, most of the times I was beat with intelligence. When guys got aggressive with me, it just got bad for him. So he's one of them guys who are aggressive. He's mean. He likes to come out and get in your face and show you who's boss. And I'm just not the guy to poke at and do that to. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being in that and enjoying this fight.
A lot of people say he's the best pressure fighter in MMA. What was your response to that?
I don't know. Maybe so. It doesn't matter. This isn't his dance. I didn't come here to do what RDA wants to do. He's going to dance my dance. We're going to fight my fight, and I'll be the boss on Thursday night, and I'll come home with that belt.
Do you have a backup plan if he doesn't dance, you dance? I mean, obviously, it looks like he will, but if he doesn't come out there and doesn't push the action against you and does sort of take the road that a lot of other fighters have against you, do you have a backup plan, and how will you deal with that?
My number one asset is my ability to adapt. You guys see me. I fought with a damn near broken leg. I fought with closed eyes, broken orbitals, fought full rounds all the way out. I've gotten knocked out 10 seconds into a fight and fought 5-minute rounds. I have the ability to adapt under terrible situations, under different situations. I can fight different fighters. When the time comes, I'll adapt and trust my instincts, and I'll do what I have to do.
What will you do, Eddie, with that extra time getting away in first thing Wednesday morning, and you don't have that whole day to have to wait to step onto a scale? What do those added hours do for you? Just more time to relax? Do you get to do anything meaningful with that time?
Yeah, how cool is that, man? USADA stepped up big time. We're getting another 8 hours, maybe another 25% of recovery time added on to the athlete's time. It's incredible. The things USADA's done with the sport in the small amount of time they've been there has been nothing short of incredible, and I'm so happy that they're involved. I pride myself on being drug-free. I've always been that way. I tell my kids the same thing, and they do nothing but good for the sport, and I hope that it continues.